Priest? Alright, let's try Priest. If people want Priest, then I guess we'll have to play Priest.
I won't let you down.
I like this guy. That thing's good. Theft Accusation, not a terrible 1-drop. Not a terrible 1-cost removal spell. Ooh, Drown's very good. I like Conjure, but I think Drown's better. Do people still play Hearthstone in 2023? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Porygon. It's really going crazy. It's really popping off. It's a big thing right now. I'm gonna take this Rotting Necromancer. I like that card. It's pretty big. Can shoot somebody for 5. We'll grab a Nova here. Nova over Trash. Wow. Probably just Identity Theft. I like the dragon. If I already had like 6 dragons or something, sure. Hey Zane, what's up, man? Trash Queen says hi. I say hello to her and to you. And I say hello to everybody. Even Red Suitcase. Even Texan. E.T. Martians is here. Let's go click this. I guess I could take a Clear Conscience with 2 of these. I like having 1 ritual too, though. Let's take this, though. Maybe that's good. Ghost Rider, sick. Wow, they really want me to have all the partner in crimes, and it's up against absolute crap, so I'm kind of happy to grab it. Need some locations, but, you know, those will probably come. Do we have any mechs? No mechs, so we can take Dreamboat. Restore 3 health to all friendly minions. Yeah, the card's probably okay. Mind Eater's very good. House Finale as a mechanic play out. I think it's actually an interesting mechanic. So, like, do you want to grab a spell and be able to cast it on the turn you play this guy, or do you want to just take 2 spells, but you can't cast either on the turn you play it? Sometimes you don't have the right mana, so cards like 1-drops I feel like actually get a little better in this meta, because it helps you get Finale sometimes when you might otherwise not. I think it helps cards like Demon Hunter, having a 1-cost hero power, makes it so you can almost always Finale all your cards. It's cool. Is it good? Yeah, so it's never really about, like, is the mechanic good or not? It's like, how good are the Finale cards? And there are some good Finale cards. This is one of the better ones, for sure. But, like, you know, the Finale cards themselves. Like, if this was a 5-mana 10/10 that did the exact same thing, like, yeah, Finale would seem incredible. Like, this card would be unfair and incredible, and it would have Finale, but the mechanic itself, I think, has some really interesting applications. Having to make a decision on, like, what cards you play on what turn in order to set up, you know, Finale for, like, a following turn sometimes. Like, oh, if I play my 2-drop this turn, I'm not going to be able to Finale my 5-drop next turn, so maybe I hold it and I played nothing here. Or maybe I tempo them both out and I get no value off my Finale, but I get both my minions out a turn earlier. I'm going to take this Animate Dead. I don't love it, but getting a Mind Eater back would be huge. Could take the Ritual, could take the Theft Accusation. I mean, even Herald of Light is okay. I'm just going to take the Ritual. I'm not sure. I think they're both okay, though. I'm going to grab another Identity Theft. I would like a Shadow Ascendant, but we'll grab this. I kind of want that Stereo Totem. Oh, yeah. I've got 3 partner in crimes. That's insane. Relocula's okay, but another Clear Conscience, I guess. You could put Clear Conscience on Stereo Totem. Maybe. Easy Diver. I'm going to grab a Maze Guide. I'm not a big fan of the Shart of Naru. Just looking for a location. The good one. There's a bad one and a good one. Let's take the Sentinel. We're going to just grab a 2-drop here. Pretty lackluster picks the last few, but that's the bad location. But we'll grab a Ghost Rider here. I think another Finale's nice. And then Mysterious Visitor when you have 2 Identity Thefts, and Mind Eater doesn't seem terrible to me. Could take a Drown. Could take another Ghost Rider. Starting the night with a 4-hour run. If I have 2 4-hour runs, I only have to do 2 runs a night. It's a good system. I don't want Amplified Elic. Things like Ashar Ritual, Drown, Shadow Word Death. Like there's too many like just big blowouts for that. Asphyxiate, Polymorph, Jellyfish, these type of cards just mean you lose the game when you play this if they have that. So Lost Exarch's not bad. Ooh, I want the Dragon. Could use the Death too, but let's take the Dragon. Dragon's fun, right? Power Chord Synchronize is nice. I need one location, not that one. Do I take the Pop or do I take a third Identity Theft? You probably want one Harmonic Pop, huh? I want them both, but what can you do? Hey, there's one. Okay. This card's pretty good. Both of these are okay too. It's probably the third best card here, but I kind of want it. This is probably the pick, but let's take this. And final pick. We can take a Peasant or a Sea Giant. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we want actually just one more like real 2-drop. Yeah, it's an interesting deck. Picking up a third Identity Theft would have been huge, but I think we probably do want access to like one clear. New frames. Yeah, I got these a few days ago, so I like them. I still have the other ones. But I hope everybody's doing well. Let me get the deck tracker up. My friend bought me an air fryer, and man, they're great. The downside is I just want to cook easy food like taquitos or tater tots. How old are you? Because if you're like under 30, man, just eat all the taquitos and tater tots you can, because just looking at a fried potato gives me heartburn now. Dumb question, but why can't you hover on the bar graph of the mana cost units to see the number in each mana? I'm sorry, what's the question? Dumb question, why can't you hover on the bar graph of the mana cost? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. That'd actually be kind of nice. I understand what you're saying. Junior, what's up, Junior?
This can't be good.
I could hit another one of these. I could hit a spell, and then I'm guaranteed to get the buff there. Plus, this thing could protect this thing, potentially. If I could eat tater tots every day, I would be happy. You could. You just might not have as many days left as you hope in your life. I turned 30 and I can't eat anything now. I just had chicken and a boiled potato and carrots for dinner, and I feel great right now in terms of like physical, but I don't think I enjoyed a single bite. I don't think I enjoyed any of that. Getting old is weird. Yeah, it's way worse than the alternative. Shit. Well, I guess the alternative is being dead, so it's better than that, but it's way better to be young than to be old. If you air fry tots, they're healthy? I don't think so. I pick another Faint song. Okay, can you link it? The last one was a stinker.
You get the goods.
I missed eating Wendy's. Oh yeah, I was eating some Wendy's. Who the hell is that? Let's go Brandon. Yeah, let's go Brandon. Yeah, we're cheering for Brandon. Thank you so much for the follow. By the time you're 30, you probably have a slice of rye for lunch and a lettuce leaf for dinner. Yeah, and that still bloats you. What's happening here? I didn't get the buff I wanted. I don't eat enough food anymore just to not have problems. And it's a really great solution. You're probably losing some weight, although you're probably not even losing weight because when you're old it's kind of hard to lose the weight. I just go to sleep hungry. I actually did that for a while. That was kind of my diet. I'm going to let this song finish and then I'm going to throw the Faint track on, okay? The end of this song's the best part anyway. But yeah, I would just be like, oh, I'm really hungry. Should I eat something? It's like, no, I'll just go to bed. I'm just hungry. And you wake up and you're not as hungry when you wake up. It's kind of weird. I'm here on time to maximize my 5 hours with you. You're only going to be here for 5 hours? It's better than feeling sick. Yeah. How sick do you feel? Because my sister used to feel very sick whenever she would eat anything, particularly like, you know, something good. She'd eat Chinese food or like pizza or something. And she ended up going to the emergency room one time because she was feeling really sick. And they took out her gallbladder and now she never has problems. You're only going to be here for 5 hours. We'll see. We'll see how Hearthstone goes. We'll see. Hopefully he just throws this guy in. I mean, how many hours have we done in the last 30 days? Let's see. We have had some shorter days. I will say that.
Someone's coming.
This card's kind of insane here. In the last 7 days, we've streamed 47 hours, just for the record. In the last 2 weeks, we've only streamed 90, so 45-hour work week. In the last 30 days, we've done 210 hours. So we're still doing 50... What, 55? No, a little less than, so like 52 hours a week. But I'll try to...
Someone's coming.
I'm asleep by the end. It works out as long as Sunny isn't hosted. Come on, you love Sunny. I started to have allergy problems, and I have constant post-nasal drip, and your body can't digest mucus. Everything I eat makes me have mucus and acid, and it makes it way worse. That's not good, man. Warrior's straight up stupid. I don't think I've had a single one go less than 8 or 9. Oh, just play Redbeard Warrior. You won't get any Animas, Tidal Revenants, Imbued Axes, or any Bridge Rifts, but you'll get offered a lot of the other Rifts. So you have a lot of dead cards. Oh, and if you cast Fires, you'll just get like the worst 5 drops ever made. Get a lot of 5 mana 4/4s. This remake is kind of cool. Hey, High Ground. I think minus the purchased accounts, if this is what it was for 2-3 weeks, it'd be fine. As long as we get a change, I think, relatively quick after that, I think that would be, I think it's fine. I think the problem is, for me, that Druid has access to a lot of really fun stuff that doesn't really pan out all that much. And Warlock has access to a lot of really fun stuff that doesn't really pan out all that much. And Hunter's unplayable. And you have like classes like Priest and Warrior that are so consistent, and the decks are so similar that it feels kind of boring to draft, but also really frustrating to continuously play against. But yeah, I don't think it's the worst when you're playing against normal drafted decks. I think it can be fun. Is Toronto going to get swept by Florida? I hope so. I do hope that. Is that wrong of me? I wish Hunter and Warlock were playable and Druid too. Yeah, me too. Oh, and Rogue. Like, they have the tools, you just don't get them as often as every warrior gets the same, 6 cards or whatever. Have I drafted Symphony of Sins? No, but I have created it, I guess from this guy probably. I've drafted a fair amount of Warlock. Because I stupidly find it fun. I find it fun to play Warlock at times. I'm gonna play this one first. In the odds that I find a buff for this, I have the location as well as Power Chord Synchronize. A Glutton for Punishment. I mean, a lot of our Warlock decks have actually done well. We've had a lot of infinite... I probably had a higher percentage of infinite runs with Warlock than Priest or Warrior. But it's also a small sample size. And when you don't hit the tools necessary to be competitive, you get absolutely, dumped on. I got the old Redbeard light show. Killed nothing. Pause. Complain to your Twitch chat. Then coin out a ping. Wow. I kind of like that play, actually.
This may just be my best song yet.
Identity Theft or the Lighted Burns? I mean, I want both. Cannibalize is really good. Nova's really good, too.
My new
The rifts really hurt? Yeah. That's some good rogue decks. Gotta go super low curve and not face all warrior. Well, that part you can't really control. But yeah, I've had some good rogue decks too. But a lot of the times you'll have a really good rogue deck, what feels like a really good rogue deck, and it just goes 3 or 4 wins anyway. Like the really good rogue decks can go 4 a lot of the time. That guy just roll what I think he rolled.
You get the goods. I'll stand and watch.
We'll do it like this.
You
Is the
get
hat
goods.
comfier than the
I'll
beanie?
stand and watch.
They're both actually pretty comfortable. I don't know if it's the new frames too. The frames fit really well, I feel like. They're not like super tight. It's hat season, it's hat season now. But don't worry, this summer, no hats. No hats. I want to kill that. Could double trade and push 4. If I heal here, I guess I keep that.
This may just be my best song yet.
Let's take this just in case he plays a taunt. And then I guess we're taking that.
Masterpiece. Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
If Breakdance were as common as Bridge Ripped, I'd play more Rogue. It's a good card.
You gotta let the music do the magic.
Should I kill that? I really don't want to. Let's kill it. Maybe I should have summoned a 5/5.
You get the goods. Someone's coming. Someone's coming. Masterpiece.
Yeah, probably I should have just summoned a
You
5/5.
get the goods.
Because if he plays 2/5/6 this year, I want to be able to clear it pretty easily. If he plays those. Kawashida, thank you for the follow. I guess I'll take this one too.
A thirst beyond death. It sings to me.
Could I grab lethal here?
Thirst beyond death. It sings to me. It sings to me.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming. Masterpiece. Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
This summer, no hats. I hope that doesn't mean no stream. No, I'll be here this summer. I'll be wearing a goddamn hat unless Herbalescence returns my phone calls. Another win for Florida? Is this for Florida? Bum, bum. Oh man, where's my phone? I have to check my Marvel Snapshot. Need to see if there's a Squirrel Girl variant in there. Bum, bum, bum. I don't have any gold left though. I already used it on the Squirrel Girl. Oh, Toronto. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's good. As long as Judge isn't here, we're all rooting for that. Florida needs to be sent into the sea. All stream proceeds go to Florida. No, I can't. I bought too many Pokemon cards today. What's up, Cooper? Hey, what's up, Boogie?
It'll be our
I started a new sub-collection for my Pokemon collection. Graded base set holographic and jungle and fossil. Not highly graded, but you know, just working on it.
just between us.
Do you have Pokemon book collector thing? I do not know what that means. What does that mean? Yeah, I was really hoping he'd go face there. What about the feint? Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, I had it opened already.
I can't do that.
Song is a banger, I promise. Let's see. I like this part. What's that potato fun? A Pokemon binder? Yeah, I put some of them in a binder. I put some of them in boxes. I put some of them in piles. Kind of seems like a waste when you describe it that way.
After I'm done.
Tuesday's a banger. All right, Tuesday coming up next, okay?
This may just be my best song yet.
Did you hear about the Magic Doctor Who crossover? I didn't. I'm not a big fan of Doctor Who, though. Do you listen to Playboy Cardi? I don't know what that means. I'm afraid.
You can't no more.
Could do that. Then I can do that. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't love it, though. They're making Doctor Who Commander pre-constructed decks. Oh, really? Yeah, I was never a fan of Doctor Who. I dated a gal one time that liked watching Doctor Who, so I watched some. It just always felt like kind of campy and sort of crap, you know? There are a bunch of old former stars who thought we're just done balling out in the NBA. Made me think of Dreads. Is Dreads falling out, though?
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
You know, I really like those
You
two
get the
faint
goods.
songs,
I'll stand
but I don't
watch.
really like some of these others. I don't know, it just feels like two beeps and buzzes, you know?
I'm bringing the party.
There's something kind of grating about a lot of faint tracks. He is an old former star. That's true, I understand that. Just gonna be part of the starting lineup for the Lakers tomorrow night. Hard disagree? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can't take back the house. None of this helps me. If he didn't roll the taunt, if I had gotten that first,
Someone's coming.
maybe everything dies. Just shout a word on death. Oh, he's making space for his pack the house. Okay. He's not doing that.
This may just be my best
The problem is I have to play the pack the house. I'm sorry, I have to play the Shadow Word on Death this turn, don't I? I will miss buddies. I have not looked at any of the new units for Battlegrounds. I'm kind of excited though. It'll be fun to watch. XD and Dog and Zorgo.
The exit is this way.
Okay, let me pause that. It's kind of nice.
This can't be good.
Alright, here you go, Boogie. Well, he didn't low roll. We probably needed him to, though. We didn't see a hex. I have to kill this. Do I ever identity theft? I don't really want to identity theft here. So it's either like these two, death, 4-1, 4-1-1. Both of those stay up. I guess this doesn't really do much good. Just kind of womps into it for free. Do you like Rubble Bucket? Is that a band?
I must consider.
Okay, I guess I'm deathing this.
Psychic
They're the best gravel band out of Illinois. Is this a real thing? No, I've never heard of them. But maybe they're great. When's the last time you got those moles on your butt checked out by a doctor or deformed poet? By a doctor? It's been over a decade. By poet? I mean, he pays for his VIP subscription to the OnlyFans. He's free to comment. Hey Cosmic, how are you, man? Cosmic, who won the big tournament? I saw PJ was competing still and he was 10-0. That's incredible. Chuckles won. Hey, congratulations, man. You deserve it. 23 hours left in. PJ bombed out. Oh, did he? Oh, no. I didn't know it was still going on.
Always little time.
Poet is forced to eat beans to make his BFP quota.
Return from whence you
Bombed out. I had a 12-0. Hey, you heard the man. He said you bombed out. This feels like this turn has gone delightfully for me. Could buff here so that I could trade one of those. He said you bombed out. It's a bunch of 2/2s. I guess I can just hit here. Heals me up a little bit. Yeah, that one's better than ours again. Is Dose still in it, or Mafundi? I had so much momentum and everybody was excited and then I pooped. Oh no. That's okay, I just never got anybody excited in the first place. Actually, where's Dose? How do I... Where's Dose of Coffee? What's happening here? Why is all of this stuff free? I can get another copy of this.
paddle away now.
How much damage do I have? 4, 7, 10, 13, 14. I think I have like...
Paddle away now.
Oh my god, I only have 8 mana. I almost just played this. 3, 8, 4, 6, 10, 15. Okay.
Run for help.
You may think we're BMing, but I might face this guy again at 11-0, and I want to know exactly how many packed houses he has. You should sell those drugs to hire a goon to beat up the person who broke your leg. Hired goons. Dose, Slash, Elysium, Apoc, PJ, Nogilly, Marrow, Mr. Frushko, Myrmides, and Awaken. Okay, that's a nice list of players there. I'm sure Domi has a less successful son you can hire to do the job of pounding the person. Doesn't he have one son that's pretty much out of the league already? That guy probably needs money. Where's Dose of Coffee? I need to talk to Dose of flippin' coffee.
Anduin versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Does Dose of Coffee have a Discord account? The one on the stars is solid. Are there 2 in the NHL? I thought there was just 1. Mumu, thank you for the 28 months.
Wow, 28 months with Red Balls. Love you, bro.
With Reds' balls? Reds' balls? God damn, Dose posts in his own Discord less than I post in mine. I can't find him anywhere. There he is. 2 mana, 2, 3. I'll just do that because maybe I'll get a discount, right? Red balls sounded like an unwanted rash. My balls sometimes feel the same way.
Need our care. Now more than ever.
It, ain't good. We got a barrel of idiots. Red balls is what you get when you shave them against the grain. I've been watching your YouTube videos at night. It's pretty brutal how sometimes you go 12 wins and you only end up with 255 gold. Yeah, man, I really feel like that type of stuff didn't happen that much back in the day. Now it feels like you're way more likely to get 200 gold for a 12-win run than 400 gold.
Ready to fight for a better future?
Interesting. Could hold that, I guess. Increase 12-win rewards. I think they should increase the rewards throughout just because Arena is so punishing these days. The Kraken have a unique strategy. They shoot the puck off the defender's face and then score with the rebound. Yeah, that's a smart play.
This may just be my best song yet.
I want identity theft. I guess I can take power word synchronize. I guess I'll take another one. I can play this plus that. We'll see.
In life,
In death.
Love a little fiddle.
New plan.
I am a friend of the Messiah.
Masterpiece.
I want to know where the Leafs fans are so I can relentlessly mock them. Show yourselves. No, come on. We don't want to be cruel. Red, here's the thing about The Faint. I saw them live after the second album was released, and it was one of the most fun shows I've ever been to. Yeah, they sound and seem like they'd be a great live band. They do. They definitely give off that vibe. What's happening here? It actually is better for me to Nova first, I think. So this can kill that, and this can kill there. Do I want to trade there, though? Not really. I think I Nova first. I'm not sure if that's wrong, but I think that's what What if I trade that in there? Trade that there. Could just play this, but I'm not getting those buffs. Okay, here, how about we do this?
The exit is this way.
Masterpiece.
I didn't go to see Bonnie Price Billy tonight. I'm a lazy bones. What's up, Andy?
Not shade.
You ever been with a lady who could bench press you? I feel like that's a good avenue for you. I have never been with a particularly buff lady. But I remember one time I spent some time with a lady who used to go out running in the morning. Like every morning she'd like wake up and walk her dog, but she'd like run for like an hour. And I was like, oh, she's like, do you ever want to wake up early and go running with me? I was like, no, I don't think so. And she's like, oh, okay. And then we went out a few times, and then when it came down to doing tender love making, I remember thinking to myself, my God, this woman runs every morning. And I could tell.
You get the goods.
I could really tell. It had an effect. It had an effect on both of us. And I guess the lesson is, it's probably worth it to run.
I'll stand.
Start running every day. Is this because she squeezed the life out of you with her thighs? She definitely drained me of much of my life in the best way possible at the time. I remember that lady, just, without going into too many gory details, I used to have to, kind of like politely decline her advances, after a few times. I mean, this was back in my younger days. A few times in the night, I'd be like, hey, well, please, I've got work in 40 minutes. Oh my God, can I please get a little sleep? And that may sound like it's the best thing ever, and it kind of is, but in another sense, sometimes it can be a little much.
This may just be my best song yet.
I'll just take that. It'll kill something. I'll take that too. It's pretty good, right?
Someone's coming.
Has to be.
Someone's coming.
Please leave me alone, huddled in the fetal position. I used to get woken up at what right now would be described as a very, very pleasant way of being awoken. But I was always so tired for like 3 months. Just always so tired. She had all those endorphins, and all you wanted to do was dream about Dunkin' Oreos. Yeah, that was probably of all the ladies I've ever dated. She's probably the only lady that I ever kind of like regretted not pursuing more
The light shall bring
aggressively, more responsibly. She was a nice lady. I cannot summon any sympathy for this story. Yeah. Yeah. Did her name start with an A? No. Her name was Laura. You could say she's still running through your head. No, I'm doing okay these days. But it's a constant, you know, like, not that I have any regrets. So we dated after I got out of a really long relationship. And we did kind of like the whole, like, I was like, hey, you know, I'm not really looking for anything serious. She was a friend of my friend. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay. And we went out like once or twice. And then like the third night, she's like, oh, hey, like I'm falling in love with you or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, and it was kind of like, you know, and I was like, hey, look, you know, we kind of talked about it and kind of one of those. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, it's okay. And kind of like off and on for like a few months. And I swear, then like one day I was like, you know what, I really should, I should like probably try to like marry this woman or something, you know? And so I like called her up, and I wouldn't talk to her for like 2 weeks, and then we'd hang out like every day for like a month or two. And then she's like, oh yeah, sorry, like you like stopped returning my calls, so I just like started dating someone else. I was like, oh yeah, that actually makes sense. And I was like, oh man. And then I kind of hung up the phone. I was like, man, I made a big mistake. A big mistake. You blew it, yeah. But that's okay, because that was the only time I think I don't think I was in like the right spot for like an actual like healthy relationship, because I had just kind of gotten out. I hadn't been single for a long time. I was still pretty young, so I kind of like was like, oh, okay, you know.
You get the goods.
But then in retrospect, I kind of was like, oh, I dated a couple really crazy women, not healthy relationships after that. I was like, oh man. And they'd end, I'd be like, oh man, this probably wouldn't be happening if I had been smarter. But, I mean, who knows, you know, it's not really how it works, so you learn. You tell a lady I want to keep it casual, that's Lady Kryptonite. They want to catch you like a Pikachu. Well, I'll remember that in the future when I want to snag the girl of my dreams again. Better than pretending you were ready. Yeah, that was the thing, is like, I always try to be honest with people, and I never was like trying to like mislead her or anything. But looking back now as a 35-year-old man, I don't know what I was, 25 maybe. Like the responsible thing would have to just been like, hey, look, I know we're both looking for different things right now. So let's like, you know, I should have preemptively, even though I was being honest, like, hey, you know, I'm not really, you know, this and that. It's still, I knew what her...
Pick me!
I knew she was more interested than I was. So I don't think you can like absolve yourself of all the blame.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
But I think she might still be dating that guy. And that was like 6-7 years ago. 7-8 years ago maybe? I don't know how long ago that was. It's not good. Pikachu is a threat to society and should be caught and caged. This game's gonna go 45 minutes. I hope, because right now it doesn't look like I'm gonna last longer than a few minutes. And I'm talking about Hearthstone again, not my past lovemaking sessions. 7-8 years ago, you were still young at 30? Well, 7-8 years ago, I was 27 or 28. I was younger then than I am now. Why is it that every time you turn around, somebody falls in love with you? You know, it's definitely not the look. It's definitely not the smell. I think a part of my appeal is I'm very funny and I'm pretty nice to people. I like to be kind to people. And I think another thing that kind of helps is I never really like get in arguments or like fight with people. He did that instead of just playing 2 4-6s. Isn't that just like way worse? Kind of feels like it. You seem to have a good grasp on how to treat people. Yeah. I just feel like being honest is good and being kind to people is good. And I think even when I was younger, but especially now, like I feel a lot more comfortable telling somebody like, oh hey, like, you know, this is what I want. And someone will be like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's like, oh, okay. Or like, oh, that's not what I want. It's like, oh, okay. That's good. Then we don't want the same things, you know?
This may just be
Whereas if you're like, when I was much younger, you know, when you're 16, 17, 18, 19, you know, you don't really know what you want. I remember I would sometimes like date women and be really frustrated and we wouldn't really talk about anything, like the things we were frustrated about. And I'd be like, oh man, like this is horrible. And it's like, well, why did I date them for an extra month or 2 or 3 if, like, you know, I wanted something that they didn't want or they did, you know what I mean? I think that plays a role.
just be my best song yet.
These are terrible. Maybe I just take the Naru just to trade it away.
Just between us.
I think there's an argument for buffing and just pushing a little more, but I have 2 partnering crimes. They're such a good hit if I can hit it. What I want is micro adjustments. These days, all I want are micro adjustments. Forget a beautiful, loving, kind, intelligent wife. I want arena micro adjustments. Treat others as you would want to be treated. That's what my mom taught me. Yeah, I think too.
The streets are not
Somehow, some way, my parents they kind of raised us well. I don't know. My brother and sister are pretty good people. I feel like I'm a pretty good person.
I'll stand watch.
Not treating people harsh. I don't know. I think growing up with an older brother and a younger sister and kind of a we lived in a nice area, but we didn't have like money. We didn't buy we didn't buy anything, you know. So we kind of had to like share, and you had to take turns.
I'll stand
Yeah.
watch.
I think that stuff helps too. Boy, I wonder if this is going to come down to like who draws 1 billion cards. I guess I'm really not close to killing him anymore though, huh? The dragon could be okay. Maybe I want the handmaiden. We're going to be a bit deeper than him. Maybe I just want the cannibalize. That's actually could be a bad card too.
Welcome to Dog Poop in the Mouth.
Not too quickly.
Just between us.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
I just don't care about any of this space damage because I know he has the cannibalize, but I guess if he's using a cannibalize on one of these, it's not that bad. V-Clan Man, thank you for the prime. The right lady will come eventually for you eventually. Beardo, you're a cool dude. Oh yeah, I'm like I said, I'm doing pretty well these days. I think things are good in that regard. Maybe the best they've ever been. And I think an important thing too, as you get older, as I got older, I think accepting being alone, learning to be alone and not feeling like you need someone to make you happy has really helped out a lot too. I kind of know a lot more like what I want. And sometimes it's to do nothing. And sometimes it's to make my career, you know, be a Hearthstone arena man. And not everybody understands that or you know, can deal with that. And that's okay, you know. Kindness is easy. It's way harder to be cruel. Is it? Maybe. I don't know if I could really be all that cruel. But maybe.
go out to you.
This one is for you. This may just be my best song yet.
More identity thefts. Boon. The first spell you cast each turn costs 2 less until you don't play a spell on your turn. Is that good? That's so much mana. I wonder if that's like worth it.
Someone's coming.
You feel like the new glasses have made you wiser? I do. You met a lady Sasquatch? I've been with some hairy women. I feel like I enjoy being alone too much though. Well, it's too much to whose standard, you know what I mean? Just be alone as much as you want. That's fine. You don't have to be with anybody. And like if you're like, oh, I feel like I'm alone too much, let me go find someone to date, even though your heart's not in it, then it's not going to work out because you're not going to want to see them as much as they want to see you, or you're not going to want to see them at the same times, or whatever, you know? It's way better to just do what you want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. And then if other people come into your life that want to do the same things as you, then that's great. You guys make each other happy, that's good. If you know yourself, you aren't really alone. I didn't mean it's easy, but it's way more rewarding. It takes so much less energy. It's like renewable energy versus draining yourself being unkind. Yeah, I think it's almost easier to be cruel. It's easier to be negative and to focus on the negative and to put that negativity out onto other people. I think that's a lot easier. You know? Playing Hearthstone Arena, like, you know, like sometimes, oh, meta sucks, oh, this guy got lucky, like this and that. You think he's gonna take this? What if he takes this? Yeah, well, fuck him. You know? Like, it's easier to eat a pizza than it is to eat well, right? It's easier to lay in bed than it is to get up and go to the gym. I think being cruel kind of, and being selfish and being negative, I think comes naturally to a lot of people. It's like bad stuff's gonna happen. You have to like be able to focus on the good stuff, which is easier said than done sometimes. Don't get me wrong.
Sharp note. Sharp note.
I guess I want to hit here. If I hit here, I'm guaranteed to get the buff there. I guess I don't want to draw though, huh? Wait, but now I have to draw. Okay, you know what? New plan. Accepting myself made it a lot easier. Yeah, you're great. I don't really know you, but I assume you're not that bad. It's easier to stream than to drive around in an ice cream truck. Is it easier? Yeah, you don't have to leave your house. You don't have to get gas. You don't have to buy Sonic the Hedgehog ice cream bars with gumballs fries. How old were you when you finally broke down and told your parents you wanted to be a Hearthstone Arena man? I mean, when I started, I guess. I think I streamed for a while before I like told my mom. My dad doesn't even, my dad's never owned a computer. He doesn't know how to use the computer. So my dad, he doesn't give two shits. But, I mean, my parents, they don't care what I do. It's never been that type of...
Sharp note. Sharp note. Sharp note.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
Okay, let's cannibalize that one. Ice cream sounds good. Yeah, I could go for some iced cream. Does he have more cannibalizes? Maybe not. We know he has a Malagos in his hand, which could be bad, right? Especially if he keeps waiting to play it. I mean, he can't play it now. He has a Sunken Ritual on the bottom of his deck. He still has one more partner in crime. A Handmaiden. Where's Yogg when we need him? Do we need Yogg? This would be a good meta for Yogg. A million spells for everybody. Anyway, sorry to get so introspective there. I know sometimes I kind of go, I don't know what started this. But sometimes you just gotta talk, right? I love it. Oh, that's good, Yams. I just try to, you know, keep the flow of conversation going. Try to have fun playing Arena. And
Your purpose awaits.
I know, Redbeard. I love neglecting my emotional side as well. Do I do that? I don't know. I probably, yeah, maybe I don't deal with that stuff. I feel like I'm more even-tempered just in general. I don't really get that high. I don't really get that low these days. Maybe that's, you know, somewhat of a guy thing, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. But, like, I'm telling you, if somebody came and gave me $1 million right now, I'd probably be like, oh man, that's really good, you know? Or if somebody's like, hey, you know, a tree fell down on your bike and smashed it or whatever, I'd be like, oh man, that stinks. Trying to think of an equivalent. I guess if somebody was like, hey, you're gonna die, I'd probably be like, oh man, like maybe I'd be like, oh man, I really don't want that to happen. What if somebody gave you 3 oysters instead of 2? I just couldn't imagine living that way. I couldn't imagine living like Dreads, and I'm happy that he's alive and thriving. I couldn't imagine being that mad about oysters at any stage in my life. Gets easier to keep your cool as you get older? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Government checked your records and you owe $1 million. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd be like if somebody's like, yeah, like let's say that, I'd be like, well, I don't have $1 million. It's more calming mentally to be cool as ice. Yeah, I've talked about it before, you know, in reference to Dreads, and you know, he gets really mad in the moment, and then, you know, he calms down and whatnot, but like, the more mad you get, I feel like the easier it is to get mad in the future. Like, and you know, I get mad too, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I never get mad, but like, whatever, if he plays like a 1-drop on 1, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, he played a 1-drop on 1, like I'm already pissed, and then somebody in chat writes like, well, who cares, it's just a 1-drop, like, well, shut the hell up, you know, then you're getting mad about what someone else is saying, and then something else happens in Hearthstone, and whatever happens is going to make you more mad because you're already pretty mad. So it's like, how do you get less mad? Like, how are you going to, if everything gets you mad, how are you going to ever get back down? You ever don't forget the things that you say when you lose your temper. Sounds like a Zeddy stream. Yeah, I mean, like, Zeddy's a good example too, I think. And I gotta stress, Dreads and Zeddy, really cool guys off stream, and on stream too. They're cool guys, but like they definitely, you know, they let things get to them, and then people, you know, pile on that, right? So they know that they can get to them. So it's like this cycle that it's kind of never ending. It's like if you know that they can get to you, then you need to not let them get to you in the first place, because then they're going to get to you more. What the hell do I know? I'm going to coin this out. The problem is I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill it off, but I kind of want to be able to kill it off. I always think this is a 2 or less, but it's 3 or less. There are only 3 Hearthstone streamers that I watch that don't complain 75% of their games. Yeah, at the same, you know, I understand it, right? Because it's a card game, so there's just an inherent a large amount of RNG involved. But also, like, Hearthstone has more RNG in general than something like, you know, Magic or whatever, because you just have all these, like, you get 1 out of 8 random cards that have died or whatever. Did one of these get buffed? Oh, it did. Nice.
You get the goods.
Just gonna throw this in there. I just gotta get it out of my way.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
Having a grudge is like holding a hot coal in your hand, and you pass it along to others. I'd rather hold a cold turd than a hot coal, mostly because I think it would burn. I was boiling some potatoes earlier, and some of the potato water splashed on me, like 2 drops. And I kind of thought to myself, like, man, I really wouldn't like more than like 3 or 4 drops to splash on me at a time. I'd be so much more uncomfortable. I think the metas lately have angered you so much that you desensitize to them? Maybe. I never, even in the past, you know, through all of like those struggles and frustrations with Hearthstone, it never really like gets me. Like I get frustrated more than I get angry. I think the meta still frustrates me at times. Did you end up at the all priest arena? I'm kind of hoping for a 3.5, 4 hour run. Because what I don't want is to just go 12 with this and then draft 3 more decks that can't be competitive and just have to sit through those for the rest of the night. More roping, I say. More priest mirror matches or whatever. Nobody ever takes this card. God dang it. There's my frustration. Stupid card.
This may just be my best song yet.
Alright, well I'll get it one way or another. Funny, I actually might need that in a matchup like this, right?
Someone's coming.
But if he plays it this turn, it could be problematic. That is a dope hat I see. Hey Juicy, yeah, this is a new hat. You can buy one if you like. Dang. I actually might need that. I guess I could drown one of them if I find a drown. If you do ! hats, you'll get a link to them. This is coming down next turn. Wow, that's big. This is dying this turn. I should have done this first because I don't want those. I do want that. I also want that. Alright, I'll take that.
I am a friend.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
Just identity theft is synchronize. I was talking out loud. What did you say? If you do ! Hats, you'll get a link to them. Do I want the Ashara or do I want this? I guess I want the Ashara, huh? I guess I'll take that. Maybe I can kill my own.
I will never serve
Before giving him something somehow, like with my own harmonic pop or something. Yeah, Refugeek got somebody on Etsy to make them. The opponent's deck is stupid crazy. So far, it looks pretty good. His Sylvanas, I believe, is still not activated. It's 1 short. Good news is I can put a Sylvanas on the bottom of my deck. Good Sylvanas looks pretty good. Cool. Golden Sylvanas. Yeah, Golden Sylvanas is cool. It's a snapback? Yeah, there's a beanie and a snapback. I don't want to play this because he's going to take something from me. I could just drown that, but I guess I'll probably want to drown the Colossal. He'll get a 6/7, but that's not that bad. He plays the 3, he plays the 1. I guess he could play he could play his Colossal and a Sylvanas Cistern. 6. No, wait, he can't. Because his Sylvanas costs 6, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do this.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
Come on, stay.
And then hope he didn't get Gigafin. Am I colorblind? What color is your hat now? What color is it on the website? The color of the hat is black. And then the one on the website should be black as well. I don't know if there's... Oh, you can pick a color. Black and red, black and silver. But it doesn't change when I click them. I didn't know there was 2 colors. Maybe black and silver is just the beanie, actually. Oh no, they have a black and silver. Oh, what the? I need one of those. Alright, so we have 6, 11, 12, 13. So I need 4 damage, which I can't easily get.
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise.
This could be enough, but he's going to be able to heal. So I'm going to try to just put the pressure on him this turn. I get 2 of them?
Someone's coming.
Try it like that. And then how much does this deal? Not enough. First time I've ever been hit with 8 ads. I thought 5 was a lot. 8's not so bad though, right? Because now you won't get any ads for a while, hopefully. Should have attacked first. No. Then I lose 5/5 stats on Glug, and then Glug can die to Harmonic Pop. You'd get 1/2/2, but you'd lose 5/5 immediately on Glug. This game is the meta in one match. Yeah, basically. I mean, you could do that for an extra 2/2, but a 3/5 Glug dies to like everything that Priest does. Clean the scene, Harmonic Pop, 3 mana, give a minion -5/5, like it dies to everything. Whereas an 8/10, yeah, it dies to Shadow Word Death or whatever, but I would argue those AoEs are a lot more common than Shadow Word Death. This game is why I meme in Twitch chat instead of playing right now, yeah. It feels a lot better to be the one winning those games though, especially because his deck was certainly pretty several layers better than our deck, right? 8 cashews earlier, my farts are putrid. Do you think it's the cashews that did that? I've been wondering why I've had horrific farts for like 2 months. Yes, okay. But not every time. You know what it is? I feel like I've been eating less cashews. Instead of eating like 200 cashews in a day, I've been eating like 20. It builds up in your system, I feel. Maybe. I feel like when I was eating a ton of cashews, when I first got on my cashew kick and I just couldn't stop eating them, I feel like I was having like kind of like gut pain a little, like I was having like stomach aches, but not like I wasn't eating like a whole freaking bag in like a sitting, but I was eating more. Sounds like I need to eat some cashews for science. I better go grab a couple handfuls of cashews myself. I'm out here getting my ass whipped in Battlegrounds as patches right now. Battlegrounds is cool. I'm excited for the new stuff. Any of these 3 are pretty good. Even here, even though it's a miss, at least gives me a better play for next turn. Salted or unsalted? Lightly salted. You need them roasted. Kalimdorapalooza, roasted and salted. Bert knows. You can't eat an unsalted cashew, can you? I mean, the ones I get, I feel like they have like dust on them that I think is salt, but they don't. I look at this information and there's not a lot of sodium in those suckers. I have pretty good odds of hitting one of these. Who the heck was that? Faucet, thank you for the follow, Faucet. Sorry, I was picking my nose a little bit. My father just bought a Costco-sized container of 0% salt, and they are rough. Yeah, that's tough.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
I'm kind of glad he rolled a taunt, because I'm not sure if I want to go
I'll
face.
stand watch.
Also, I hope you guys can't see me. I'm really digging in there. Cashews come from Colombia, and that dust must be their other product. No, is that true? Is that where they come from? There's no cashews anywhere else? You can't add your own salt? It just wouldn't be right. Yeah, no, you can't. They won't stick to them, right? It's got to be like salt dust. Okay, I'm over the taunt totem now. I'm gonna need this for after the first thing. I'm gonna take a Nova here too.
Someone's coming.
Do we take this trade? A 6.
Someone's coming.
I don't really want to. Put some pressure on him in case he low rolls up Hack the House. I tried to add salt. It goes about as well as a fart in church. Honey roasted cashews are delicious. I got some weird, like, I don't know, man. My dad was big on just getting like flavored nuts for a while. Pistachios and stuff. They're just never as good as just a regular pistachio. Like, they're still okay. Raw cashews are the best. Don't they kill you? Can't a raw cashew kill you? Be careful with that. Try maple syrup chili cashews. That sounds terrible. That's sort of what you would have. You would get like wasabi pistachios. Like, these are terrible. But regular pistachio is wonderful. I taught you that. You did. You did. Wait, he cast Melomania, but didn't cast this?
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
We'll give him the space for the pack the house, and then maybe the pop works out reasonably well. We can also just ignore it, play this and this. I love macadamia nuts, but they cost more than my rent. I've never had a macadamia nut. I'm scared to try new nuts, but I've been doing more cashews, and I've been loving them. Pistachios, cashews, peanuts. You know, peanuts is a poor man's nut, but a peanut's okay. How many partner in crimes does one need? I could use one more. You should get a pecan. They're great. You've been singing the praises of the pecan for months. Macadamia nuts are godly. What about a walnut? How do you eat a walnut? You just smash it. I like pecans, walnuts, and cashews these days. Peanuts aren't real nuts. Are they not real nuts?
Anduin versus the Lich King.
They're legumes. I thought they might be a legumes. I was thinking they might just be a legumes. My dad eats a lot of pistachios, but I'm not a huge fan. Of your dad or of pistachios? A terminal case of ligma? I don't want you guys dying. Especially not those of you with jobs.
Exit is this way.
Sorry, I'm just working on a rap song here while we wait. So I can play a 2-1 and a 2-3. Or I can coin out this. Yeah, it kind of matches up reasonably well. It's not great use of his Ripper. Can help me get rid of that. Can you make cashew butter? Can I? No. I'm sure someone can, though. Poet told you to do what now? This guy's cutting to the chase with the big, hard-hitting questions. Denwheel, yeah. He'll do that. He's a hard hitter. He hits with the hard-hitting questions. I guess this Dreamboat gets better on a turn like this. So we actually get some more value.
Someone's coming.
That's probably a reason to have traded like this. What is everybody's favorite chip? Like chip? Like a real, like severely cooked kettle cooked chip. You know what I mean? The kettle chip. Honey soy. What the hell did you just say? Kettle cooked jalapeno. I like when they put jalapeno. Sometimes it's too much for me. So sometimes I go without them. I like barbecue. Kettle cooked barbecue. Yeah, like you put barbecue on them maybe. The best chip though is tortilla tortilla chip from La Puerta. That's the best chip I ever ate. Doritos came out with 2 new flavors, ketchup and mustard. Sounds gross. Yeah, there was a time period where I felt like they were doing stuff like that. Like companies were just releasing gross things.
This may just be
People were like, "Oh my god, do you want to try this like barf flavored chip?" I'm like, "No, dude, I really don't."
Please help me.
I bet Dreads would like those. Yeah, sounds like a Dreads mustard chip. Hey, Katie with the raid. I actually was watching some Katie. Hey, Moody. I was watching Katie. She was playing Arena today. I didn't say anything because I was walking, actually. I was walking back from the store, contemplating life. I hope you had fun. We're winning right now, so I'm having fun. But ask me again in a little bit. We'll see if I'm still having fun. What did you find out about life? I found out that I really have a desire to buy base set holographic Pokemon cards right now. So while I was walking in the supermarket, I had to keep pulling my cart over to bid on some that I saw come up on eBay. So what I was doing was I kept losing every auction. I lost a holographic Muck. I lost a holographic Electrode. I lost a holographic Magneton, and somebody kept outbidding me by like one of the bids. They outbid me by 2 cents. 2 cents. That you heard me right. I said 2 cents. But then I noticed the same account that was selling each one individually
This may just be my best song yet.
had like a Raichu going later, and a Zapdos, and a Vaporeon, all these way cooler Pokemon. So on the other ones, I started anticipating that I was going to lose them, but I was keeping them busy. I was just bidding and raising the prices, and then when the other ones came up, they all sold for less. I really think I pulled a fast one on. Somebody was going toe to toe with me. I sent our new Arena Masters to backseat. Good. We need more of them. Katie beat us mercilessly if we didn't raid. Hey, Cosmic. Was Zane over there with Katie? Oh man, that's some good crew right there. Aisles? You were clogging the aisles. You might as well be. A rubber necker. No, I was getting out of the way. I don't like to get in the way. Like, you know how people get. They just stay in the way. My cards stink and do nothing. Wasn't I winning a second ago? What happened here? Oh, I wasn't that far ahead. That's okay though. There's a lot of great streamers out there. It's hard to pick just one. You know, you don't have to. You could jump around. You could be in 2 streams at once. You can go somewhere once and come back to somewhere another day. Yeah. All's pretty cool. Nothing but spells. Yeah, that's okay. I silence it and I get an 8. This thing is absolutely farming me right now. I could double trade and double Nova. I could take his guy too. I think I'm just going to take one because it's pretty strong. Do I want to double trade and double Nova? What's the alternative? I guess I could ruin. That's not very good. I guess so. It's silence, but then I just lose it. Okay, I guess it's double trade and
I see your crime.
double Nova. Trade? Yeah, I think I have to. I don't want to play this thing until that thing. This feels bad. Yeah, but we have the capability of playing the long game, so let him refill the board. I have 2 more full board clears pretty much. Pretty much 3 plus 2 big minions. I think we're okay. Like if our hand was you know, animate dead, anonymous informant, heartthrob, like we probably couldn't make a play like that. But here he's doing kind of nothing, right? So I do this, he'll play Pat. Right? So I do that, he plays his. He trades it, he trades it. Then I silence, it doesn't really help me. Maybe I just play the first Stoneborn because it's kind of annoying. And then if he's using his whole turn to double trade my general. Warrior? Is this Warrior? Is Priest the best in Arena right now? I think Warrior has the highest... oh, that's what you were saying, sorry. Yeah, I think Warrior has the highest win rate. Yeah, this is kind of what we want, actually. He's spending 10 mana to kill our 10 drop that already killed a minion. And what would be great is if he just didn't trade. But now we can try to get this down without the knowledge, without the confirmed knowledge that it's just going to die for free, right? I could try to do something with Ghost Rider, but I actually don't have a way to easily finale it right now, so... Probably going to need to find the identity thefts. And then let's see, he's played double red, double red. We've actually only seen red, is that right? Wait, I'm confused. After your hero gains health, oh. That works. I guess I could ruin here? So I either ruin, trade, I can't finale the guy, or I clean the scene. That feels worse than ruining. Thing is, I think we know that he has some more buffed minions in hand, but I guess I can silence one of them. Destroy all minions with 5 or more attack.
Naxxramas never lacks
Wait, why am I even hitting it, actually? That's dumb. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot he was gonna get that this turn too. I should have just not hit. Hey Katie, thank you for the raid. I hope we shouted out Katie. It doesn't really matter. But I should have just not hit him, so when he hit in, he'd only draw 1. But I guess he always swings his weapon, huh? I need him to set up a board that can get cleaned. Shout out Katie. Thank you, Smelly. Thank you very much, Mr. Smelly Head. I lose my 2/2s as well. So is this a clean the sceneable board? I guess, because this thing is super freaking annoying. Yeah, this could have been better. Maybe we'll find a way to kill it without cleaning the scene. Deal 3 to all? Hmm. Boon is okay, but not great. Another clean? Or like a death, or this. I think he has some giant buffed minions. In case it's like a 6/10 or something. Am I crazy? I thought he did.
my blood for the Lich King.
Till death do us part.
Okay, let me close this. Okay, so I used Ruin. It's another discovered card. Steals 6, so I can bump there and do it. I could also just Whirlpool here. If he has any of those, it could be good. This is tough. I asked you earlier, I figured you'd be celebrating. We saw the score. Oh, Sauce Man, what's up, man?
I must consider.
2 or 3 times. Okay, did this one get buffed twice? This one got buffed twice, right? I think it went off twice. What if I boon his guy and then death his guy? Can I just do that? Give a minion 2 health, summon it. I summon this, right?
Your purpose awaits.
I really want to heal this in case he just kills this hero power snap, but what can you do? Insane level of team depth and dominance. Just going crazy in the hospital by myself. Hey, that's fun, man. Darn.
I hope this fits on the ship.
But now my harmonic pop is the wrong size. It's always the wrong size for me. Have you noticed that? I have noticed that, personally. But next turn, it'll be the right size. It's his 4th one. That is his 4th drafted asphyxiate. Alright, let's silence that one.
You get the gloves. I'll stand watch.
How many asphyxiate does he have?
I'll stand watch.
At least 4. Kraken. If he doesn't say Kraken, he's dead to me. Am I cheering for anyone? I want Toronto to lose. I want Edmonton to lose. I want Seattle to lose. Because it's their first year. You can't win in your first year. I want Vegas to lose. Carolina or New Jersey. Maybe. Second year? Oh, is it their second year? Sorry. Second year. Come on, you gotta have like 40 years of suffering and then you can win one. 40 years? That's not that long. At least Dallas. Oh, definitely not Dallas. Definitely not Dallas.
Someone's coming.
6 to all. 6 to all. Any mechs? No mechs. Let's just put a minion on the board. You have such a close connection to the Carolina Canes. It's not about rooting for anybody to win. It's about rooting for everyone to lose. Hating on the Canadian teams. I would have been okay with Calgary or Winnipeg. But you can't root for Toronto because they're like the biggest market. And you can't root for Edmonton because they got the first overall pick like 5 years in a row. Vote for the Hughes brothers. Yeah, Jack Hughes is pretty cool. Like a pretty good good player. He's pretty good. In Carolina, I'm at least neutral on Carolina. So. Oh, the Panthers. Okay, the Panthers are the pick then. Okay, yeah, there you go. Root for the Panthers. Except they have Mac Chuck, and don't we all hate him? Well, who cares? He's in the East now. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Panthers then. What do you need to draw to win? I just need him to draw Elven Archers, since I'm ahead right now. I don't need to do shit. We need Identity Theft as our best draw. Cathedral of Atonement is still pretty good, considering we're ahead on Fatigue still. Drown would be pretty good with this play. These aren't that good. Just gonna take that. We'll get 2 copies of something, even if it's 2 5/4s next turn. I would have taken Identity Theft because you're running out of time where you can get 2 cards. Panthers are gonna lose 4 straight. Let's hope not. God, that'd be a disaster. I guess I could have dredged up the taunt, but I'd much rather have it on board here. Okay, so I'm actually going to silence my own guy because there is some undead synergy. I'm going to get timed out tonight. Not going to say nice things to Ribbert anymore. You know, I like Seattle. Like, I like Seattle, the concept of the city. I've been once for a few days. When I fly out of here, I always have to go to Seattle first, apparently. The airport's okay. But they need to suffer for 20 years first, at least, before we can really root for them, right? Nice.
The light shall burn you.
The grave calls! The grave calls!
I actually don't even want... I don't want this to get buffed. I want... If it's too big to die, sometimes it's actually bad. Although it should be fine here, because he's probably not going to get 2 or 3 cards down in a turn, but... I love priests, but I keep drafting turd priests. What do I need to draft the Redbeard version? You gotta subscribe to the YouTube. I could see McDavid holding the cup up this year. I mean, yeah, it's possible. I mean, he's the best player in the league by far, right?
The grave calls!
You could definitely see it. Seattle and Florida are on some silly Cinderella runs. Wasn't Florida like really good for like the last like 2 or 3 months of the season or something? Like deceptively good? Maybe I'm making that up. Good call holding the 1 to maintain the buffs. Yeah, that's really the only thing we were caring about is getting another card. Like getting the buffs. It's not like particularly good, but what can you do?
Observe, analyze, engage.
Katie didn't believe me when I told her she could draft 1 priest and streamer for 4 hours, and this is proof. I've only been on for an hour and a half. And we're almost 8-0 or whatever. So I'll just hold that. We can wait at least 1 more turn. Maybe he doesn't play what he draws. Here, let's just take a 2-drop. Get a nice Doomsayer. Oh yeah, we knew he had that. Do we know his last card? We don't. Well, whatever it is, I'll take it. Game? It's possible.
Well played.
We'll show him what his last card is, in case he forgot. This game was over a long time ago. We were ahead in fatigue and ahead in cards. Yeah, that's why a lot of the time in this position, as you know, the Death Knight, I'll just concede, right? And you guys might see some of my frustration because 20 turns later, you already know the outcome of the game. But we were deliberate with our we were deliberate with our removal, right? We tried to do things, get as many things as we could, greed where we could, remove enough power so we didn't take 8 or 10 in a turn. He still has a health lead, he does. How far did the Forever Priest deck from last night go? 8 or 10? I can't remember. I think we've had an 8 and a 10 win priest recently. Sometimes other classes may surprise you. Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's also, I'd say in this meta, far more likely that your opponent just plays like an Anima on 2 and an Imbued on 3, and regardless of what your deck is and does, you just lose. Even if you are a good priest or another good warrior a lot of the time. Or they have 5 identity thefts and they just, every turn, get more cards and a better board than you for 25 straight turns. but not so good that like the game can end, so takes an hour to play. Blizzard punishes you if you pick the same class. That's not true.
The exit is this way.
I like coin totem here. Yeah, you can go coin totem. What I like is coining this so I have 4 power on board, or 3 power, and then I can protect the totem. And then if the totem stays alive, then I can play conscience. I like that. And then it gives us another draw to hit the partner in crime. So it's like 1 in 8 to get a 50-50. For, you know, not the game, but 2 4-6s on 4 is pretty dastardly. But yeah, I think totem on 1 or 2 is good there. Another long game here. Maybe he'll concede here.
Don't keep your thoughts.
This is a good line. Yeah, I think it's all right. These are both buffed. I want to get them down as early as possible. He's had 1 minion die. I want to make sure clean the scene can't get to my guys yet. How big? Oh, that's not getting bigger though. Oh, he's gonna play. Oh, it is. He's gonna play this one.
Keep your thoughts to yourself.
That's not big enough to kill my 2-6. I think it's greedy to just buff this. We have such big minions. A little unfortunate we didn't hit the partner in crime in the first third of our deck, but what can you do? Problem is I need to hit a minion next turn because I've really got to play the Sentinel probably too. What we could do is trade the 1-2, play the Sentinel, let him kill the 2-3, and then we won't have any minions. He'll like, maybe he'll overreact to it. Beat the DK, had to get AFK because the cats demanded my attention. Hey, that's okay. Yeah, we beat the Death Knight. It went to fatigue. But we got there. So what's he doing? Deathing it? Oh, or another light it burns.
Sure hope they do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to beat that because I can't get to the 2-5 now. It's a good card. Do I want that or do I want this? They're both pretty good. Do I want the location or do I want the cannibalize? He had a location, so it just puts us back at even for fatigue. Identity theft, discovering the opponent's identity theft back and forth can be a very nutty game. It can, yeah. It can. Oh yeah, we kind of knew about that, huh? So I could have been cannibalizing that this turn. That would have been much better. Oh god, yeah, I mean, it's not good for us now, probably. Could make our next identity theft better, though, maybe. Maybe we find better stuff in his deck. Red, I wish I had glasses, but I got 2015 vision. Either way, they're looking fly. Hey, thanks, Zane. You can get a pair with prescription-less glasses. You could just wear them just for fun. I have Drown. I have Harmonic Pop. That doesn't help me much. I guess I can heal this. Oh, but it still dies, huh? There's no way around that. Which I guess just means this never dies. Oh god, I can, yeah. You could do that. Have any dragons in my deck? I don't have any dragons. Maybe it's big enough to get a Harmonic Pop, maybe.
Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
Still not big enough, unfortunately. Good news is my cards suck, so... Oh, it is big enough because I can buff it.
Please help me.
You have incriminating psychic, yeah. Not good enough.
You should have stayed on land.
Is this an 8? It's not big enough.
Stone Legion, to me!
We're in trouble? Yeah, we lost that turn. He got the pyrotechnician down. But unlike the Death Knight match,
From whence you came.
we don't have to play a half-hour long game, so we're just going through the motions here.
You get the goods.
If I anticipated being stuck in this one for half an hour, I'd be out already.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
You have that. Well played.
I have so many chapsticks.
Versus Garrosh.
I'd actually have chapstick remaining.
The light
I don't know why I'm bothering with this one. Everything's out of it already. iSynth, thank you for the follow. What am I looking for? Cathedral, probably? Clear Conscience is pretty good. Looking for ways to stop an early anima, or at least slow it down. I think this is as good as the 2-3, so kept just one of them. Whereas the 2-3 has more value at other stages of the game. If the anime comes down now, we've mulled into a Clear Conscience. If it just has like a bad warrior start, then we can play our diver. What are you listening to? This is French 79. Yeah, that looks cute, but I'm just gonna do this and stop the imbued axe from just winning the game early. So this is turn 7 anyway. Like that, we're nowhere close to that. What I would anticipate here is, well, not that. Coin,
Please help me! That feels good.
You get the goods. I'll stand.
coin, Sword Eater is pretty common there. Just trading with the 3 is much better for us. So this is the giant dragon. Bridge riff. Okay, that's not that bad either. I'm sure there are more bridge riffs coming, but all things considered, that's not that bad.
Exit is this way.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
I'm at the hospital. I'm vacillating between saving lives and watching Redbeard flounder at arena. Wait, I'm not floundering right now, am I? Isn't floundering bad? Aren't I? I'm doing okay. Oh god, my legs hurt. I mean, I've got 8 wins. My deck's not that good. It's not that good. It just doesn't really do me all that good, to be honest with you, but this guy's deck is crazy. This deck looks better than most. Man, that's a pretty sick buff on Remornia, but I don't think we can... Well, maybe. If I draw a spell and I get a good bridge riff here, maybe. I'm still salty. A new franchise shamed the Kraken. Interesting. If I get this trade, that's awesome. Wow. I'm gonna go for this. He plays his own Remornia. How bad is that? He swings and then Remornia. Okay, hold on. I play this and this. I trade there. His Remornia trades the taunt, then whacks me in the face. Then I drown the Remornia, or I trade. 7, 12. I think I might as well do those. Oh, I guess he swings into this. Okay, hold on. Wait. So he charges here, then he swings here, and then I drown the Remornia, and I draw Partner in Crime. I draw Incriminating Psychic.
Your blood for the sire! Make them bleed!
Oh, wait. Now I can't drown it.
For the sire! Make them bleed!
Oh, that didn't work. You ever look into Outschool? I'm not sure what Outschool is. So I play this. He whacks it for 5. I'm just dead. I mean, you just can't compete with the deck quality, I don't think. Whatever, I can't skip my turn. We know he has the 5 damage. So he can just swing more Mornia in. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have played the 2-drop? But then he just doesn't swing the Remornia anyway.
The streets are not safe!
Interesting. Oh, less interesting. It's a site where you can teach other students how to play video games. Oh, I think I've seen things like that. They seem pretty cool.
Everyone, stay in sync.
I've talked about that type of stuff a lot in the past. I think, I haven't got a ton of offers historically, but I've gotten some, and I think I've always kind of been of the opinion that I probably would charge more than somebody would want to pay. Not just like whatever they want to pay, I would just charge more, but I mean like I would probably want more to play another like 2 hours of Arena off stream or something. Guess I could stream it, but I don't know. It never really feels like that good of a deal. How do you ever compete with this? It's annoying. Yeah, we have no chance. Anybody who queues into this deck loses if they draw like that. I suppose there's a possibility that they have like 10 or 12 like terrible cards that we just didn't see, but we all know that's not the case. You just get an auto loss unless you roll a 1 in 100 deck, and then you have like a 50-50 shot here. 60-40 maybe if you're stuck going second, you're the 40. Yeah, from 8-0 to 8-2 here just feels bad because we haven't really been participants in the last 2. But if we're playing that deck, then it's really fun, right? So need about 7 more board clear priest cards to compete. Yeah, again, our deck's not that good, right? Relative to these decks. It's just why whenever everybody looks at every deck this meta that you draft and say, oh my god, this deck is how could you ever lose a game? You just have to play like 3 or 4 and you'll see a warrior like that. If you're lucky, it'll take 3 or 4 games and you're like, oh, okay. You just have a lot of scheduled like kind of automatic losses this meta, depending on what you queue into. If you queue into that deck, it's just like, I haven't drafted a deck in my history of Hearthstone that could have beaten that deck. He plays 2 more Rifts and he wins regardless. Yeah, exactly. And look, maybe he only had 3 and he just drew them all at the exact opportune time. Yeah, maybe. You know, again, maybe the other 15 cards in his deck were kind of poo, but yeah, never does seem to work out that way. You had a 14-win Warlock that could have competed from the past meta. Did I? I'm not sure if there are any cards that can beat a 5-mana 14/14 with Rush and
It'll be our little secret.
Rush and Taunt. Or sometimes it's 1 mana. I guess then you're not getting that many, huh? Alright, maybe you're not getting quite so much.
Just between us.
You don't remember the famous 14-win run? You're gonna have to specify. I've had a few 14-win runs. What was in it?
What'll wet your whistle?
I heard people make $100 an hour on teaching. On those things? I mean, I'm sure some people might, but I'm sure most people don't. I'll
You
just do
get the
this.
goods. I'll stand watch. You get the goods. I'll
But like,
stand watch.
there's not like who are you gonna pay $100? Or what are you gonna learn $100 an hour to play Hearthstone Arena or like
A dark deed to defy
Hearthstone Battlegrounds, League of Legends? And then it's like, if somebody could justify that type of hourly rate, they're probably like, it's like Amaranth or whatever, and she's gonna charge you $1,000 an hour. She ain't gonna help you learn the game. I don't think you ever took damage. You steamrolled to 12 wins. That happened?
This may just be my best song yet.
I don't really need all these identity thefts. What does a Mind Seer do for me? Might just be better. Just kill something. This could be nice too, though. That's 9 mana, but I'm going to use my coin this turn. Suppose I could always like buff one of his guys, but I don't have a death. I guess I'll just take the cheapest, most interactive card. What's the death rattle in here? I actually don't. Oh, it's a 2/2 or something.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
We're saying Amaranth couldn't average 8 wins in Arena, because if so, that's rude. I'm saying if Amaranth averaged 8 wins in Arena, she'd be charging more than $1,000 an hour. That'd be the Amaranth fee plus the Arena fee, so it'd be at least $1,100 an hour. You get a class of 10 students, each paying 10 an hour, and it's $100. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really, I don't have a lot of experience with that stuff. I just can't imagine there's a ton of people paying a premium for that, but maybe. I've seen services similar to that, but you really are paying for like a gamer girlfriend for an hour, from what I've seen. I've been shown these websites. I have not gone to them myself. Get some huge melons. I appreciate a nice female figure. My gamer girlfriend charges way more than $100 an hour. Your gamer girlfriend? Pardon me? Which one got buffed? Darn it. It goes up to 4, 5, 6. Could shoot it. 1, 2, 3. Play that. I could trade there, or I can trade there. Trade there and shoot there, which means I have 6 mana to spend, which means I can play this and this, or this and this. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
And I'm gonna do this.
Everyone, stay in sync.
And I'm going to trade here,
Someone's
hit
coming.
here, and shoot there. So we don't get these buffs, but
You get the goods.
I get to
I'll
clear
stand
most of the
watch.
board. Did you pay this person to show you the websites? No. No. Somebody in chat, I think, was like, oh, hey, look. I think, you know what somebody showed me? I think this is a true story. I think somebody came in here and was like, oh my god, look what I found while I was like looking for like a, anime waifu babe, I was like, what is it? And this is a true story, I believe. It was just Collins. Collins was on the site offering legitimate services, skilled services, and it was just like Collins, and then it was like a bunch of like 40 babes with their boobs out. It was like anybody could offer their services. I believe it was something of the sort. This card could be good next turn.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
Looks like I'm here just in time.
That's a KEKW? Yeah, I think. And it wasn't like, it was just, yeah. As a streamer, you got to look for any avenues you can to make some money, so. And like somebody just asked me if I ever looked into it,
Here just in time.
but it wasn't something I ever like seriously pursued, no. I swear to God, I'm learning. Wait, are you employing someone? Or you're learning something here? I mean, either way.
Fireworks? I sure hope they do.
I can keep my guy alive. Could play that. If I drown, I guess I can't 6, 2, 2. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I don't know if it's right.
Just maybe.
Could use that to shoot there, but I want another one of these.
Someone's coming.
And we'll do this. Those are actually really good.
Someone's coming.
They're so cheap. Kick dubbing with the rest of my believers. Oh, okay. And again, no shame. No shame in paying somebody to learn, help you learn a skill that you value, if it's playing Hearthstone Arena or Battlegrounds or anything. No shame in paying a lady to be your streamer babe. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Fireworks? I sure hope they do.
Nothing wrong with that. Why does that cost 0? Oh my god. Where's that card? I think on turn 1 or 2 we played Anonymous Informant. That's crazy. Do I need to dredge? That went to the bottom of my deck? Let's dredge that sucker. These are both good, but we'll take the thing.
Someone's coming.
Wait, that's what I got? Why do I always get that card? When I don't want it. I leave and you go from 8-0 to 8-2. Well, we're about to get another win. What do you think about that?
Someone's coming.
Yeah, Warrior does that, yeah. Hey, Kiwi.
I'm gonna win big.
What is up, Kiwi? I have to pee. How many holy spells has he played? We probably should pay attention to that. What, 3? Equality. Muster. He takes 8 though, right? 8's a lot. One of his cards is Give Divine Shield. What does he have? Does he have a True Silver in his hand? I think that's in his deck. Wait, is Maki Roll in his hand or in his deck as well? I hope that's in his... deck.
Someone's coming.
Muster for battle, 1 off lethal. We'll find a way. We will find a way, Dr. Sauceman. Okay, 2 hours into the stream. We are on our first run of the night, and we have 8 wins. I'm gonna go pee real quick, but I'm gonna queue up because I think I can make it back. Somebody hit me with a Sunwell into quality fan of knives to win from a totally unwinnable position. Did you see my game where somebody played I think it was a Pack the House as a rogue and got Holomancer? What's it called? It's the card that looks like Holomancer. The one that kills everything when they take 1. And he had a Fan of Knives, and then he Fan of Knives me again. So I was able to make like 2 humongous boards, and he killed them both for 2 mana and drew a card. I believe he was a rogue. That's pretty funny. That was really funny.
Anduin versus Anhirda.
Eternity draws nearer.
The light shall bring victory.
Pack needs to be 5, 4, 3, 2. Pack should cost 10 mana and overload you for 6. It's a pretty good one to get back if we can trade it off.
This place is scary.
Haha, I did see that. It was a lot less fun when it happened to me, though, yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Oh, yeah.
Our little secret.
We're riffing boys. Boys and boys. But yeah, Pack, for sure, 5, 4, 3, 2 is a much more fair card. What is that, 10, 14 mana worth of stuff for 7? Still kind of crazy. That's crazy, man. You could make that card like You could make that card 5/4/3/2. That could cost 9 mana. It's just a Scourge. That card is just the 7 mana Scourge, you know? That you're guaranteed to get. Like, my Scourges always have... I can't get, like, a 3-drop or whatever. What does that card do? This is a really cool card. I think this card's really well designed. If I play that, he trades and he gets them both. If I play this, I still can't get them both out of my hand next turn. Add 2/3/3 bots to your opponent's hand. Summon them for yourself. Like, that card could probably be buffed. Like, it could have more base stats, which I guess that's sort of the point. Is it's supposed to be kind of like easily killable, maybe, so you can get them back faster. But if you made it like an overstatted 4, I think it's a cooler card. Hey, what's up, Pierce? It's seeing tons of play in Standard, yeah. It seems like a good... It's a good constructed card. Like, not like it has to be... It seems like a well-designed constructed card. Kind of a unique effect. It feels like it could probably be epic. Like, it doesn't really feel like a legendary to me, but... Trade. It's interesting if he decided to trade, he would have got his card. Could silence what ate up all the buffs.
For you. For you.
First. Is Frostborn Fury worth locking 3 Frost? Yeah, but you're probably going to get a god-awful Demon Hunter deck. It seems like every time you lock triple runes, you just get offered like very few Death Knight cards, or particularly any more rune cards. You get offered so few. I think it's a bug, or I think it's an unintended consequence in the drafting algorithm, but they say it's not a thing, but man, I've seen it a lot. And so have other streamers. I wouldn't take a bad card over it, no way. And sometimes I play people and they just have crazy triple blood decks.
That feels good.
A hand and cards and the goggles, they do nothing. It's good disruption that you can react to it, yeah. It's like filling your hand with junk is kind of good. You know, summoning a ton of stats for the cost is pretty good. Constructed, it's just like, I mean, I was watching Savage play today. I still enjoy watching Constructed sometimes, but it just feels like every turn people are just doing the craziest things, and it's like destroy an entire board, summon an entire board, back and forth for like 15 straight turns, and then the one person who can't do it one turn loses the game. And maybe not 15 straight turns, you know, like if 4 to 8 straight turns, and anywhere in that period where you're the one who can't do that exact thing, then you just die like in a turn. I mean, who cares about taking damage, right?
By the light.
I mean, I do, but I guess I'd rather get 2 cards from his hand than 1 buffed minion from my deck, unless it's like specifically Partner in Crime or maybe Psychic. Do we know what's in his hand? Another one of those dumb drums? But I can't equip it and swing this turn, so it's not super helpful for me. Let's see what he has. Card's very good for next turn. I've cast an Undead. That's about it. About Dinomatic. Dinomatic's pretty good for next turn as well. If I could cast it this turn, I'd be more inclined.
Quickly.
The weapon actually could be really good if he equips it.
You get the goods, I'll stand watch. You get
So
the
he can
goods,
break it.
I'll stand watch.
And destroy his own board. As long as it's not the one that can't be targeted, I can drown it. So what do I get to do? I could silence it too? Got a 1. Oh, it's his verse card. So that means it's going to be a Bridge Rift next turn. So he's going to play the 3, the 4, and the 1. And then he's going to Bridge Rift us. So I don't want to play this. So I can drown it. I could play my own, which means I double trade so that he can't get the Divine Shield easily.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
And we just kind of hope that the weapon is how he's activating his Bridge Rift. You know what you could do? You could shut up.
Light the fuses!
Darn it. Kind of hoping it wouldn't hit that. So we silence the 2/5 here. Could be an execute actually. It doesn't have to be a verse rift down there. Could just be an execute.
The streets are not safe.
Okay, so he has the drum kit and a 1-cost thing. What's the taunt that he has? Do we know the taunt? Or we just didn't see the taunt? I guess we didn't see the taunt. Is that right?
This may just be my best song yet!
Card's cheap and good. Cannibalize is very good.
Evacuate! Someone's coming.
Wasn't it the 610? He still has something here on turn 2 from the flunky. Why does it... Is it another one of these? I might be wrong. What's up, Anton? Good to see you, man. So I'd want to break the 3-1. Or do I want to... I'm not crazy, right? He's still holding Kodo Hide? So I could play this, trade. I could cannibalize here. Because I kind of want to break his thing. I was like trying to identity theft. I don't have an identity theft. I can't get through that 2/5 unless I cannibalize. Maybe I cannibalize the 6/3. Isn't Sunky City one of the worst as far as card techs? I'm not sure what that means. Do you mean Sunken Ritual? And sorry, what's the question? You mean of all the sunken cards, this is one of the worst? This is probably one of the worst. I'm not sure which one is the worst. I also don't know what I'm doing yet. I should probably figure that out. So 4 gives me 6 mana. Trade. I need a 6. I really don't know what to do.
Evacuate! Someone's coming.
Somehow this just doesn't line up super well. I'm gonna run out of time. I think that's what I wanted. But I didn't break that though, huh? The last 3 to 4 games, how can anybody compete with either deck, yours or the opponent's? Well, my deck's only... I'm so confused. I guess we just didn't see the... We knew it was that, right? We must have seen that one. And then he played a different one. That's probably what it was. He played a different Sentinel. Okay. How can anybody compete? Yeah. I mean, our deck's kind of only as good as our opponent's deck in a lot of ways, right? Because we have a lot of our power is coming from stealing our opponent's stuff. Oh, is he gonna equip the weapon? He's not gonna equip the weapon. That's so strange. It's kind of weird. I'm just gonna heal my base. I'm a little scared. I know he has the weapon and then just a random top deck. So now it deals 2 to the whole board. Let's see what's in his hand. So we're gonna take that one. Could take that, but we really don't need 2. I guess I'm gonna take this just to make sure I don't die. And then I guess we're gonna heal this one.
Someone's coming.
Push this one. Play this one. It's gonna deal like 1 trillion to my board, but it's not gonna kill anything. I mean, it kills one thing. So that's 8, 11, 8, 11, 16. He's at 17.
Everyone, stay in sync.
That should heal my face as well. Kind of want another taunt. I'm just going to play another taunt. We'll keep stacking these. And then let's put the buff just somewhere. And then at least force him to hero power. Like a Deathwing doesn't save him now. He's trying to jam on his drums and you threw a snake on him. That sounds terrifying. You know me, I don't stand for this drumming nonsense. Okay, that's almost knocked my water over. Let's see how scared I looked. Pretty scared. Okay, 10 wins. 10 is better than 9. We're gonna go for number 11 now. If you guys are watching and haven't hit the follow button, now would be a good time. Helps me out, I'm pretty sure. If you're watching on YouTube, maybe hit the subscribe button or like the comment button, or maybe buy a hat. The link for hats is is in the YouTube as well. So buy a hat. I don't know. That helps. Who knows? Afshin Muhammad, thank you for the follow.
Anduin versus Kerash.
I will show no mercy.
The light shall bring victory.
Lentar.
This place is scary. Our hearts go out to you.
Hopefully it doesn't have imbued axe.
A diet high in iron.
Axel Rosebaum, thank you for your follow as well. He'll kill that. He'll kill this. He'll kill this. Maybe this is still the best I can do here. Leafs are at max. Gonna pull a beach ball at it from their arse. Are Leafs gonna pull off the reverse sweep? I hope not, and I doubt it. It's only happened, what, 3 times in the NHL? Is that right? I feel like it's been 3 times. 3 mana. So what costs 3? Something.
Someone's coming.
Is this game like PG's now, or is there still a serious player base on ladder? Oh, well, we're playing Arena. I think Constructed still had like over 1 million accounts, like each month play at least 1 game, like on each server. There's still millions of players, I think. I think Arena had tens of thousands of people. There's a lot of Battlegrounds players for sure, but Battlegrounds is very easy to like pick up and play. It's very easy to pick up and play 1 game, and it's, you know, free to play. The other game modes are not, and I think that's a big part of why
A thirst beyond death.
Battlegrounds appeals to so many people. It's also really easy to like quantify, you know, getting somewhat better pretty easily. You can just be like, oh, well, I had 1,000 points and now I have 2,000. I must be getting better, even if you're just playing more. But it feels, I think, more rewarding in a lot of ways. Any duels runs in your future? Got me excited when you mentioned playing it during playtime. Probably not. I probably would be more likely to just do some shorter streams. It's kind of more what we've been doing. It's funny, I can't get these. I'm actually going to take the 2. It looks a little wacky, but I can't get the 2 spells. I think I need the spells. He has more cards than me. I like BG's a lot. Just not where my love for card games is. Yeah, exactly. It's a good accessible auto battler, but it's not a card game at all. And I think I've talked about it before. I think particularly like he threw extra stuff in here for no reason. I think it's actually particularly hurt Constructed, where they had applied a lot of those resources initially. Arena's got the same amount of it's got the same amount of support it always gets, which is almost nothing. It's actually got a little more support these days than it had for a couple of years there in the middle period of Hearthstone's history. The single worst way to trade that, he might have thought he was getting 6 of them or something. They might have just thought they were getting more, maybe. That's good for me. I mean, I can play... Wow. Shadow Word Undeath's looking pretty nice now. Nothing copied from him. I'll just take this. It's more like a Shadow Word, I'll take the Nova. It's more like a Shadow Word Death, probably. He probably won't play 2, but maybe. Could Nova, then trade, then heal? As long as he... Oh, he has 1 taunt. Well, Shadow Word Ruin should hit something, then. Boy, we really couldn't draw much worse than we're drawing. We could draw worse, but, again, not much worse. Let's do this. That's gonna take 2. So that's gonna heal. And then I can heal there. Good morning, Redbeard. What's up, Mr. B. Bart? Might be better for us to let that live, just so our Shadow Word Ruins might go off. But we could hit Identity Theft. Be kind of helpful.
Burn away the blight.
The smell of manna in the morning. Refreshing.
to peace. Please help me.
Still Priest. This is the first deck of the night. Okay, a drown off the top right now. Close.
Run for help.
Good, but not... Actually, maybe that's better. Because I have it and I can heal it at least. Nonsense card, this one? I think in this meta, this is a card that feels very good. Like, it feels somewhat necessary. In the spot against me, where it kind of screws me, I'm a little less supportive of it, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Alright, drown here. Identity Theft, Ghost Rider. Okay, could be Ghost Rider into drown. What if I hold it for a turn? I probably can't, because if I get a death, I need to use it. Identity Theft getting 2 good cards. Hey Hearthstoner, what's up, man? Interesting. So it's like a...
Turning tides will switch your mind.
Drown? Identity Theft? Maze Guide into Doomsayer, so he has to at least hit it? That wasn't good. Hey Charles, thank you so much for gifting one to Zeit Monkey. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all. Lock your seas away.
I think had we drawn well, we actually could have won this game. Double Identity Theft and a Cathedral still in the deck. I think that could have been the stuff we needed. But I think we played it well. Hey, there you go. Nice time for that card. And there are the tools you needed to have a chance to win. Alright, maybe he disconnects. Maybe he trades here just to, you know, be rude. You can win, just hack his IP address. I think that's a federal crime. Speaking of, yeah. Not so good, 20 draws into the game, but that's okay. That's why you need 5 identity thefts. Then you'll probably have one by turn 15. But 10's not bad. 10's not bad at all. That felt pretty good, right? 10 wins? Yeah, 10 wins is 10 wins, man. In this meta, 10's like a 26 win deck from an old meta, right?